everybody, yep, Rowdy C here, and since I'm always looking for new content to add to my ever-growing website, and since it usually involves me copycatting other reviewers who are much better than me, yeah, I'm getting into the vlog racket. I'm going to be primarily focusing on the type of television stuff nowadays that I don't really watch that much. Not reality TV, so don't have to worry about that. No, I'm talking about the dramatic television series that primarily air on cable TV and especially premium channels. All this stuff that's talked about big time on the internet and stuff. So naturally, I'm going to start with Game of Thrones. Now, there are a couple of reasons why I, up until now, have not really watched shows like Game of Thrones and the like. First of all is which, I don't have HBO. I don't subscribe to any of the premium cable channels, so my access to the likes of Game of Thrones, Dexter, and all these others has always been kind of limited. The other thing is that in these most recent years, as I've gotten older and became increasingly jaded on society, I admit I've gravitated more and more towards comedy to try to get some more lighthearted escapism. But of course, I've heard so many people talk about, especially this show in particular, so yeah, I'm going to check it out and report on it through a vlog set. Of course, I'm going into this thing practically completely blind. I've never watched an episode of this series before making these videos, nor have I ever read any of the George R.R. Martin of Fire and Ice novels that this show is based off of. I have some very scant knowledge of maybe a handful of things I know will eventually happen in this show just from what I remember people talking about over the internet and the like. I don't know the full details of how it happens in anything yet, and that stuff I'll definitely will talk about in the videos. But for now, of course, the way this is going to work for all of my viewers, my hope is to start recording these things in clusters, and my Patreon subscribers, my Patreon sponsors, they will, of course, not only get first crack at these vlog videos, they're most likely going to get them in bunches, maybe as many as 5 at a time is the plan I hope to eventually be doing, before I will eventually start posting them maybe a couple or 2 or 3 per week. We'll wait and see how that goes. I am going to publicly post them because since I'm not going to be using clips, I won't have to worry about any of YouTube's problems or whatnot, so that's going to give me the ability to publicly post them. But of course, like I say, the Patreon subscribers will still get the first dibs on all of these. So I invite you all to come with me on this voyage as I try to see what makes Game of Thrones so compelling and so popular. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a journey I'm not going to forget for a long, long time.